We have spent the last 2 weeks exploring Finland for the first time. We've tried some of the local cuisine in Helsinki, met Santa and his reindeer, hiked to frozen waterfalls, and stayed at an off-grid cabin on a private island where we tried our first Finnish sauna.
Wow, way to go!
It has been a very cold and extremely magical winter adventure. And for our final adventure in the country, we're ending with a bang. Today we're going on an icebreaker ship out into the Gulf of Bothnia, where we'll not only get to walk on ice, but also go swimming in freezing water in some crazy looking suits. It should be one heck of an adventure.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
There are a couple different icebreaker experiences you can go on in Lapland, but we're going on the Polar Explorer Icebreaker. The cruise actually leaves from Sweden, and while you can drive there yourself, they also offer a shuttle that can pick you up from various spots in Sweden and Finland. And since we returned our rental car yesterday, that's what we're gonna do. We're getting picked up from Rovaniemi, Finland this morning, and it should be a little over a 2-hour ride.
We just crossed the border into Sweden.
Literally one of the first buildings when you cross the border is an IKEA. Does it get more Swedish than that? The ship is huge.
In the winter, ice makes navigation in the Gulf of Bothnia difficult. In fact, Finland is the only coastal country in the world where all of the ports are completely frozen during normal winters. Because of this, economic growth and foreign trade slow down in the winter, and Finland and its neighbors needed a way to continue to trade. Enter the icebreaker. Icebreaker ships are specially designed to break ice, creating lanes in the ocean that allow shipping routes to remain open in the winter. In 1890, Finland acquired its first icebreaker, and over the years, Finland and Sweden have acquired many more, allowing trade to continue even in the winter.
All right, here we go. So the bow or the front of the ship is angled at 45 degrees, and it has 2 swords that can cut through ice up to 2 meters thick, and then the ice gets pushed down and pushed to the side.
This is just crazy. The noise that it makes as it crunches through the ice is so cool.
It is just mesmerizing to watch. It's also like kind of a bumpy ride, and it's going faster than I thought it would. And then when they hit some of the larger chunks, you can feel the boat like kind of rock a little bit. This is crazy.
Also, the ice is so beautiful. It has all of these crystals and patterns and kind of streaks in it. It looks just like glass, and so as the ship breaks it, it's just like the satisfaction of just smashing glass. Okay, now we just moved to the other side of the boat where it's breaking fresh ice. Oh my gosh, it's so thick.
I know. It's like this thick, like over a foot.
It looks like we're creating an earthquake or something in the ocean.
Like tectonic plates breaking. Oh my gosh, wow.
Oh, look at that pace.
Yeah.
So the ship that we're on, the Polar Explorer, was built in 1976 in Germany, and over the years it has worked in various parts of the world as an icebreaker, anchor handling tug, and supply vessel before becoming a tourism vessel in 2016. And one really neat thing about this tour is that you're basically given free reign of the ship. They have this app that you can use to do a guided tour, so we're gonna go inside and try to explore.
I'm sure everybody does this, but I'm the captain now. We're in the bridge. This is where all the navigation happens up here. And And the captain's here and he's letting me sit in his chair here. Where's the horn? I want the horn.
It feels like we should not be in here. This is such an important room, but you're really able to get up close to a lot of important buttons. We're now headed down to the machine room. The boat has officially stopped, which means you can go in the machine room, and the captain was just telling us that the engine in there is original from 1976. It has like 900,000 working hours on it, and it's still purring like a kitten.
Even with the boat stop, this once again feels like an area that you should not be allowed to go to. This is so cool.
So as we mentioned, we not only get to swim in the icy waters, but we also get to walk on the frozen sea. Since our swimming time's not for a little bit, it's time to go walk on the Gulf of Bothnia. This ship looks big in the harbor, but it is even more massive when you're standing right underneath it.
It is so wild to be walking on the frozen water. Like, we can see the land over there. We could walk back if we wanted to. And it's also eerie to see the ship just in the middle of all this white. It looks like it was just plopped right out here. Look at how massive this chunk of ice is. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. So cool, you can see little bubbles in there. Other little frozen pieces. Thank you. We were having a little bit too much fun out there on the ice. We almost forgot to eat, but we have lunch included in our ticket, and we have some meatballs, mashed potatoes, salmon soup, and tomato soup.
This is a much fancier lunch than I was expecting, but we have to eat really, really fast because it's almost time to go swim.
All right, it's time to go swim.
I'm so excited!
Yeah, perfect.
All right, looking good.
Everything good, sir?
Perfect.
This way.
My face is like pulled back.
Can't hear anything.
We look like lobster astronauts.
Guys, enjoy, jump in the Baltic Sea.
So these are survival suits. They should keep us warm and dry, and they float, so you don't have to do any swimming. Oh, this is so weird. I like kind of feel the water, but I don't. Oh. Am I going? Oh, I feel air coming out of my face. You can feel the pressure of the water, but not the actual water.
Guys, you look great!
Oh!
It's like bumper cars in here.
It's so hard to maneuver.
We just stood up and like it gets so tight on your legs. Oh my gosh, your chin is smushed up.
I know, my whole face is pushed up.
I just grabbed ice out of the water. And what's crazy is I can't feel it at all. Like it doesn't feel cold. I can just kind of feel a grip on it. This is so cool.
This iceberg right here is kind of like the What is it, the door in Titanic? Cat, don't eat me!
Never let go!
Never let go! That was awesome. That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. We swam in the frozen sea. I just feel like a sausage that just busted open.
I was like, oh, whoa, really? We just realized we haven't seen the sunset or even the sun in several days, so it is a special treat that we are seeing it today.
We didn't expect for it to be such a nice day. The sunset right now and the sunrise this morning, just so pink and orange. It's just, oh, against the snow, it's just magical.
Yep.
What an experience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have sailed and swum today in ice cold water of Bothnian Sea in Lapland. Woohoo! Got the certificate to prove it.
Bye, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
Bye-bye. That was one of the bucket list experiences we wanted to have on our trip, and it totally lived up to the hype. A huge thank you to Polar Explorer Icebreaker for hosting us today. We could not have asked for a more memorable way to end our time here in Lapland.
Tomorrow we're going to be leaving Finland, but our European adventures are not over quite yet. We're heading to Copenhagen, which is where we're flying back to the US from, but before we do, we're going to spend a day exploring the city, and we may or may not be hopping back into Sweden as well. We saw the northern lights!
We only got to see them for about 10 minutes before the clouds rolled in, but we had given up on seeing them at all, so we are so happy.
Thank you, Finland!